Good morning, everyone, and welcome you all back to Web Technology classes for third year, sixth sem VTU students. Okay, so as you know, I am Puneet. So I am good with technical skills. So let us begin our session today. So today the topic that we are going to discuss is HTML table. So HTML table tag is used to display the data in tabular form, that is in the form of rows and columns. So there may be as many number of columns and as many number of rows. Okay, it depends. So something like you can imagine in the form of matrices, okay, which are arranged, the data which are arranged in the form of rows and columns. Okay, so we can create the table to display the data in tabular form using table element. So here is the table element. Using that I can create a table. Okay, so also with the help of tr tag, td tag and th elements. Not only the table element alone, we will use tr tag, td tag and th tags. Okay, so in each table row is defined by tr tag. So the tag what you are observing tr, so it defines the table row. Next, the table head is defined by th tag. So this th tag defines the table head. And lastly, the table data is defined by td tag. Okay, the table data is defined by td tag. Please remember this. Tr means table row, th means table head, and td means table data. Okay, right. So the HTML tables are used to manage the layout of the page. For example, header section is one of the example we can say, navigation bar, body content, footer section and so on. Okay, so it is recommended to use division tag over table to manage the layout of the page. So there is a special tag called as a div tag, that is division tag. So it divides the contents. Okay, so whenever I will try to use table, so to display it in a proper way, I should go for division methodology, right? Okay, so here are some table tags what we that use in the HTML. So let us study one by one. Okay, so first one is a table tag itself. So definitely it defines a table. Next is tr tag, as we know, it defines a row in a table. Th tag, it defines the header cell in the table. Td tag, it defines the cell in the table, that is table data. Cell means what? Cell contains the data, so it defines the table data. Caption, it defines the table heading. Heading in the sense what is meant for what reason we are creating a table. It defines like a heading to the table. Okay, column group, so it specifies the group of one or more columns in a table for formatting. Okay, next, column, so it is used within the column group element to specify the number of column properties for each column, to specify the column properties to each column. Okay, t body, yes, it means what? Table body. So it is used to group the body content in the table. It is used to group the body content in the table. So next is t head. It is used to group the header content in the table. It is used to group the header content in the table. Lastly, the t footer. So it is used to group the footer content in the table. No need to worry about the new tags, whatever that you are hearing here. So we will use all these tags and we will have an example program. So we will check out what each tag is meant for and how it will work. Okay, next let us have an example program. So to write our program, HTML program, I will use the basic text editor, that is Notepad. Okay, let me go to my Notepad and start writing the code to create a table. Okay, sorry. So here I don't want to add up any heading for my HTML document, so I will avoid it. Directly I will go for the body tag. Usually I have practice like to once I open the tag, I will close it So once I open the tag, I will close it. So that is the good practice, so that you can understand, like once you open any tag, so you will forget further, so that closing the tag. So if you don't close the tag, then it will get an error. Okay, right. So as we discussed, we can create a table using the table tag. So let me go for the table tag. Okay, and let me close it immediately after once I open a table tag. Okay, always keep remember regarding the indentation, it will help you to debug the program as quick as possible. Okay, so if you write everything in a single row, what happens? You may feel little bit difficulty for debugging any line where error has occurred. Okay, now, so what will be there in the table? It will consist of rows and columns. So how can I get a row? I can get the row using tr. I can get the row using tr. So here the first row will be what? The header elements of the table. So I will use th to define the header elements of the table. So herein I am writing a table for getting the first name, last name and marks of the students. So let me get the first name. Okay, so once this table head is done or defined, let me close that. Okay, so next I will again open another table head, and here I will write the last name. Okay, so again I will close this table head. Next I will open another table head, and here I will enter the title marks. So I will close this table head. So this row is completed, so I will close even the row tag, that is tr. Okay, so this is for the first row, which is a table head. Okay, next I will start entering the values of the values in the different rows. So here, since I am writing a different row, so I will start with the tr. So here what will be there? Here names will be there and their respective marks will be there. So now to add up the content within a particular cell, what should I use? I should use td tag. So here first name I will write it as Sonu. Okay, so once the cell is completed, so I will close the tag using close tag td. So next cell I will go for again td. So last name I have to mention, let me give it as Jaiswal. So let me enter the marks of the Sonu Jaiswal. So here marks, let us assume that he got 85 marks out of 100. So I will close the td tag, and this ends even my row also. So I will close the tr tag. Okay, so this was one row. Let me go for entry of some three random things. So for the sake of completing the typing work as quick as possible, I am copying the content. But once you are do writing any program, so please do type on your completely, don't copy and paste. Okay, right. So next name what I want to give is James. His last name, what we can give, let us give it as William. Okay, William. So marks he secured is around, let us take it as some 75 marks. Okay, so this completes my another row. So last I wanted to give another one more entry. So let me take the name as some girl name, so Tina. So let me give the name as last name as Singh. Okay, so marks, let us take it as 95. Okay, so we made three entries. So I hope that's enough for our table. So again, as I told, once I do done with my table, I will close my table tag, then I will close my body tag as well as my HTML tag, right? So let us run this program. So before running this program, let me save the file. So let me save the file. How to save the file? File button, there save option will be there. So go to all files. Okay, give the example as name as table example 1 dot html. Okay, so let me go back to my destination folder, so you can see that where is table example 1. Okay, it is here, table example 1. It's a type of HTML file. So let me double click it, you will get an output. So here you can see everything is arranged in the form of a table. Only the thing is we don't have any borders here. Okay, first name, last name, marks. So Sonu is the first name, Jaiswal is the last name, and marks is 85. James first name, William last name, and marks secured is 75. Tina first name, Singh last name, and marks secured is 95. So this is our output. So this how we can create a simple table. Okay, so next, we will understand how I can get the border for a table. Okay, so there are two ways to specify border for HTML tables. So first one by border attribute of table in HTML. So in the normal HTML code, I can use one attribute called as border. I can use the attribute as border, or else in CSS I can go for border property. Okay, so basically there are two ways how can I specify the border for the HTML table. So we do have border attribute of table in our HTML and directly. So if I want to use a CSS cascading style sheets, I have again there one property called as border. Okay, so let us check out both the things. Okay, right. So let me create a table border with the HTML. So HTML border attribute, you can use border attribute of table tag in HTML to specify the border. So, but of course, when do we try to use that? We do not recommend it as, because it requires a long program to be written. Okay, no way, no matter attribute. What happens there? We might miss like. What will be the border width, what will be the things I should mention for a border, everything, there will be confusion. So definitely we don't recommend it. Usually we do go for CSS property, but in this case we do check for both the cases. Okay, 1 second guys. Okay, so we do check for both the properties. So for that, let me go to my notepad. So here I will do some minute changes. I will use the border property, border attribute. I will give the border value as 1. Okay, so let the other contents be the same, and I will save it as table example 2 dot html. Okay, table example 2 dot html. So let me go to my destination folder. So here you have table example 2. Double click on that. I hope you are seeing a table with the border. So here if I do maximize the content, you can see there is a gap between two cells. So between the marks and the first entry of the marks, there is a gap. So this gap is formed if I use table attribute. Okay, in HTML. So if I go for CSS, then that gap can be eliminated. Okay, let us check out how to write the program with CSS property for table. Okay, right. So basically CSS border property, it is recommended to use the property of CSS to specify the border in table. So let us check out an example program. So what I will do some certain changes here. Okay, so here how can I use the style? So the style basically it is mentioned in the head part. Okay, the style of the table it is mentioned in the head part, and the rest of the content of the table is there in the body part. So to, if I mention the style in the head part, so then I need to include the heading tags. So I will use head tag here. I will close immediately once I use head tag. So here I have style tag. Don't worry regarding right now why and how I am using this style tag. So once we come up with the CSS topic in the further discussion, then definitely we'll come to know why I will use a style tag to define any of the attributes or else define any of the elements within the CSS. Okay, right. So here I am mentioning some style for the table. Okay, I am mentioning some style for the table with respect to th as well as with respect to td. So th means what? Table header contents. Okay, and td means what? Table cells, whatever next order will be there. So border I will assign the value as 1 pixel. I will assign the value as 1 pixel, that too with the solid black color. Okay, right, fine. So this is what I am mentioning here. So for things, if you want to have in particular indentation, then you can go like this, sorry, right? So you can just keep the contents in indented form, right? So let me check out what if I mentioned things for style. So I need to close it. See guys, if you don't remember, then it will get an error. Okay, keep it as I will close the style. So what I will do, once I utilize the CSS property, then there is no need of mentioning the border attribute with HTML. So I will save this file now, go for all files, table example 3.html. okay, press enter or press save, then go to the folder where your programs are there available. Here you have your table example 3, double click on it, check it out. Okay, some mistake I have done. What might be the mistake? Let me check it out. Okay, see guys, what is the mistake is I have mistakenly deleted the table tag here. Okay, so here, that is what the problem. So Control S, if I press, it will save my text. Then go back to the browser and just refresh. I hope you are getting the output in the same way what we mentioned. Okay, then now next. So next we can collapse these borders in CSS by only one border. So here we are getting two different gaps, two border type gaps. So this all will be collapsed. So how can I collapse it in CSS? Just check it out. What I will do, I will write some extra content here to collapse the things. So what I will do, border I will take, let me take it as the 2 pixels values, and then I will write another one line of code here. Don't worry regarding right now, like if you don't understand what I am doing, so definitely will come to know once we start with the CSS topic. Okay, border hyphen collapse. So I am giving the value as co collapse then let me save this content. Let me go back to my browser. Now you have two things, gap is there between each cell. So if I refresh, that gap will be eliminated, and you can see the border has become a little bit thicker for 2 pixels values. So if I change it for 1 pixel value, the thickness will be reduced to 1 pixel. So if I want to save it, just go back to my browser and refresh, you will see that border pixel thickness is reduced. Okay. Excuse me. Next, HTML table with cell padding. Okay. So basically, what is this cell padding? So cell padding is a term used in conjunction with the table element. Okay. So what does it mean? It means, or it specifies the amount of space. I hope you are observing my mouse pointer, what I am moving. The amount of space between the border of a table cell and its content. So text one is the content now, and this is the border. The gap in between. So this is called as cell padding. Okay. So this is called as cell padding, as well as the gap between the two different table cells. That is also called as cell space. That is called as the cell space. Okay. So this we will learn now. Okay. So there are two ways to specify padding for the table header and the table data. So by cell padding attribute of the table in HTML, that is one way, and another one is using the padding property in CSS. Okay, let us check out with an example program. So how can we do it, right? Okay, so for that, let me go back to my notepad, and then just I will add up some contents. So here in what I am using the same table. I am not going to change anything, but I am going to just make some changes here. So black was there, I will make it as a pink. Okay, the border I will make it as a pink. Then here for cell padding, I will add up some content. I will add up some lines here. So for cell padding between table header and table cell, okay, I will add up. Sorry. So here padding attribute will be used in CSS. So cell padding, I will take it as a 10 pixels values. Okay, you can observe later on what it will result into. Okay, so then I will save this file as table example 4.html. so I will keep it as all files, then I will keep it as table example 4.html. Press enter, save the content, go back to the destination folder, double click, you can just check it out. So pink color background is there available. So 10 pixel values I have mentioned. So earlier what was happening, in the output, you can just see the content was just attached to the border. Okay, there was a very minimal gap between the border as well as the content of the cell. Now you can just check out the output. So there is a gap between the border as well as the cell content. So it is 10 pixel values gap is there mentioned. Okay, 10 pixel values gap is there mentioned. So using what? 10 pixel, here it is the value. Okay, don't get confused why regarding we are using that. Okay, so this 1 pixel is for the width of the border. Okay, and this 10 pixel is for the gap between the border as well as the table cell. That is what here I am using th and td. Okay, right, don't get confused. Okay, so this was an example for cell padding. Next we are going to understand about HTML table width. Okay, so we can specify the HTML table width using CSS width property. So it can be specified in the form of a pixels or a percentage value. Okay, so we can adjust our table width as per our requirement. So whatever and however we want, we can just adjust it. So let us have an example. Okay, let us have an example for how I can use the table width. How can I use the table width? Okay. So I will take the same example of the table what I used previously, but I will do some certain changes here. So let me go back to my notepad, and in the heading I am going to change something else. So here I am going to add up one title, that is, okay, I will add up a title. HTML table example. Okay, so here right, I'm going to do some changes. I'm removing this content, this line, and I'm going to collapse, and now I am going to use the width. Okay, width of the table, I will mention it as 100%. Okay, I will mention it as 100%. So before padding, I'm going to add up some border value. To px solid green. Okay, this time I will be having the green color border. So let me give the space something more than 10. I will take it as 15. Okay, so I will save it as table example 5. Table example 5.html. Okay, so let me go back to my folder and double click on table example 5. So I have mentioned 100%, so it is going to give in this form as an output. So 100% means from the left to right. Okay, so it is taking complete, right? Here some corrections we can make regarding. Okay, so here what I can do is I can do some changes here for the table particularly. Okay, after the style I will remove these two values, that is th and td. I will keep only table, right? And let next th and td I will add up. I will keep the proper indentation so that I can go for editing properly. Okay, right. Okay, so I'm going to save this file. So Control S I can press. So I will go back to my browser and I will just refresh. I can see now it's perfect now. Okay, right. So 100% means totally overall page according to the width of the page it is going to get it. So if I do change this as something what 50%, so let us check out what will be the output. So how to save? Press save here directly by using the graphical user interface button, that is file, then save, or else Control S is the shortcut. So go back to the browser, refresh, you can see the table is half, 50% of the width of the page is being utilized. Okay, so if you again reduce to 25%, it will be again half of the half. Okay, 25%. Then press Ctrl S, go back to your browser and refresh. You can see your table has become half of the half. Okay, right, fine. Let us check out with the next what we should learn. Okay, this was regarding the table width. So next is regarding the column span. So basically what is this column span? So if you want to make a cell span more than one column, okay, so there is already a column available. So in that column I want to divide that single column into two columns. Okay, I want to divide the column into two columns. So you can, at this time you can use the column span attribute. At this time you can use the column span attribute. So basically it divides one cell or a row into multiple columns, and the number of columns depend on value of a column span attribute. Okay, so let us see one basic example for a column span. So I will go back to my notepad. I will do change with here inside my same program, so that I no need to type it again. Okay, so here I will add up some content what I deleted, like th and td. Okay, so border I will add up here. Let's take it. Okay, border I am adding up, so I am not going to give 2 pixels. I will give only 1 pixel, and let me take it as solid black. You can take any color, it's up to you. Okay, right. So here I am going to remove the width of the table that was I mentioned previously. Okay, then padding I will apply for 5 pixels. Okay, right, fine. So here I need to mention the column span. Okay, so where to mention that column span? So basically let me remove this total example. Okay, I will remove all these elements. So I will keep only one row. Sorry, I will remove this. Fine, got only one row. So here in this one row I will use wait 1 second. I will use the style attribute of the table. Okay, I will use the style attribute of a table. So here width I will mention it as 100%. Okay, then first name was there, I will just keep it as a name, right? So here I am using the next table header, so as a mobile number. So suppose think that a particular person has 2 mobile numbers. Okay, I want to display that content in 2 different columns. Okay, so in table header name I will use the attribute that is column span, colspan, column span attribute, and I will divide the cell name that is mobile number. I will change that into 2. I will change that to, I will here keep it as mobile number. Okay, mobile number. So next I will just remove this marks table, that is not required. So tr should be closed at the last. Okay, fine, right, tr should be closed at the last. So this is the header thing. So now I need to enter the content. So let me enter the content. For that I need to get another tr. I will use another td now. Okay, so I will give some name, Ajit, Mayur. Okay, Ajit M, let us give it as Ajit M. I will close the cell, that is td. Now here I have 2 columns now for mobile number. Okay, as I use the column span, so for different columns I will add up the different mobile numbers. So let me enter some random 10 digits. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, right? So some random number. So if it is correlated to some any's anybody mobile number, so I'm extremely sorry for that. I'm just taking a random number. Okay, so again I will take some random number like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Fine. So again I will close this td information and I will close the tr as my table row and save. Right, so let me save this file and let me go back to my browser and refresh it, as I'm using the same file, that is table example file.html. Refresh it. You can see name, mobile number. It is mobile number column is divided into two sub columns, so two different. So here let me give the table width as some 50% or else 25 is okay. Fine. So Control S will save my option. Go back to the browser and refresh it. Now you can see the table properly. So mobile number is divided into two sub columns. Okay, so different. So Ajit is having two different mobile numbers, so that is what it is displaying in the form of column. Now next topic. So the next topic what we are going to learn is HTML table with row span. So previously we saw about the column span. Now we will use the row span. So row span means what? If you want to make the cell span more than one rows, now you can use the row span attribute. Okay, so it will divide the cell into multiple rows. So the number of divided rows will depend on the row span value. So if you give 2, it will divide into 2 sub rows. If you give 3, it will divide into 3 sub rows, something like that. Okay, so let us see a simple program. Let us see a simple program for the same option, that is Ajit, what we created previously. Okay, fine. So styling and all I will do nothing. Let me keep it as the same, but here padding let me give as 10, as because it was looking a little bit odd. You can see that the space content is less, so let me give it as 10, or else better we will go for 15. That will be more better, right? Okay, so styling is done. Now here in the table I will remove this width value. Let it take the default style. I will not mention any attribute there. Okay, right. So here name is done. So here what I will do, once the name is done, I will just remove this particular thing. I will add up here td value for the name. Okay, you just check out what might be the difference that will form. So better than that, what I will do, I will just copy paste it. Okay, copy paste. So I will close the tr here. Fine. Okay, you just experience the output how it will be. Okay, right, no need to worry right now. So again I will go for another th. Tth is there, it is wrong. So here instead of name I will give it as mobile number. Okay, mobile number. So here I will give the attribute as row span, sorry, row span, row span, and I will give the values as 2. I want to divide it as 2, as because my friend Ajit M has 2 mobile numbers, right? Okay, fine. So here with I will close the th. I will close the th. That's all for that. Next, okay, number I should, sorry for that. So here I will close th. Then next I will add up the content td. Fine, I will add up the content td to td fine, don't worry, I will make this a little bit in a very good way. td, here ends my tr. This is for one row, and in the next row I'm going to take another tr, so don't get confused what I'm doing, just check it out what will be the output. So this is one program. Let me save it as table example 6, table example 6.html. okay, table example 6.html. Go back to my destination folder, double click on the table example 6. Now you can see the content. So table, here the table header is arranged in the form of a rows. So name is Ajit. We have two mobile numbers, two different mobile numbers. That is what white. Okay, so there is again 15 pixel values here available for cell padding, right? Okay, so very simple example for row spanning. Let me check out what is the next content to be learned. Fine. So next is regarding HTML table with caption. So the HTML caption is displayed above the table, so it must be used after table tag only. Okay, so this defines the name of the table. Okay, what is a table meant for, right? Okay, right. So let us check out with a very simple program. Let us check out with a very simple program how can I use this caption. Okay, right. So what I will do, I will just go back and utilize the same thing. Fine. I will do what? Let me keep the. Okay, let me keep these things like this as it is same as for CSS property. So nothing I will do some changes things. So other than this, what I will do, I will use the previous table wherein I entered the first name, last name, and the contents. That's all. Okay, I will just copy paste it. Right here it is. This one I will copy paste. Okay, so I will go back to the destination folder, table 3 example. I will just open with notepad. So here what I will do, I will just copy paste the content here. Control C is the option. So here within the table I will just paste it. Rest of the things I am using the same as for styling. Okay, so here what I will do, I will add up the caption tag. So caption tag should be used immediately after the table tag. Okay, it should not be used in the next after the table tag. So it should be used immediately after the table tag. Okay, CAPTIO caption. So here I want to enter like student records. Okay, fine. So I have ended the caption. So here let me save this content as table example 7.html. Files, table example 7.html, saved. Let me go to my destination folder, table example 7. Yeah, you can see the table caption. So this provides the heading of a table, so what the table is meant for. Okay, so this table is representing the students records. So who are the students? Sonu Jaiswal, James William, Tina Singh. So here are the details of their marks, right? Okay guys, so we will end the session here. So in the next session we will come up with interesting topics like HTML list. So be waiting for that. So let us meet in the next session. So take care, bye bye, have a nice day.